Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we examine one of the most dramatic and consequential strikes of the entire Ukraine-Russia war. A single night that left an estimated $600 million worth of Russian naval, logistical, and surveillance assets in ruins. A night that shook the Black Sea, shocked Kremlin strategists, and redefined the boundaries of modern drone warfare. A night when Ukraine shattered what many Russian officials called a sacred Black Sea hub, a site believed to be untouchable, protected, and symbolic of Moscow's long-standing maritime dominance. This strike was not just a tactical operation, it was a statement. It showed how rapidly the nature of war is evolving in Eastern Europe, how critical maritime facilities have become in this conflict, and how Ukraine continues pushing deeper into territories Russia once considered safe. Today, we break down what happened, how Ukraine carried out such a complex operation, why this location mattered so much to Russia, and what this means for the broader trajectory of the war. To understand the significance of this attack, we need to step back and look at the historical and strategic background of Russia's Black Sea network. Since Soviet times, the Black Sea region has served as a lifeline of Russian naval operations. It has provided access to the Mediterranean, enabled influence across southern Europe, and supported energy, transport, and surveillance infrastructure. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, Russia maintained control over key naval facilities, especially in Crimea. When Russia annexed Crimea in 2014, these military hubs became central to Moscow's long-term plans. They were modernized, expanded, and heavily defended. Russian officials often spoke of these bases as a new fortress fleet, claiming that Ukrainian forces would never be able to strike them. But the evolution of drone warfare flipped that assumption. Over the course of 2023, 2024, and 2025, Ukraine expanded its long-range strike capabilities, building advanced naval drones, improving satellite-guided weapons, and integrating Western technology with domestic innovations. Ukrainian commanders realized that the only way to challenge Russia's maritime supremacy was to target logistical hubs, intelligence centers, radars, depots, and command posts, not only ships. Hitting the infrastructure behind the fleet was a way to paralyze the fleet itself. And that is exactly what this new strike accomplished. According to Ukrainian sources, the operation involved a multi-wave assault designed to overwhelm Russian defenses. Russia has built layers of radar along the Black Sea coast, including electronic warfare systems, anti-drone units, and coastal missile batteries. But Ukraine's new generation of long-range drones is designed to fly at ultra-low altitude, avoid radar reflections, and coordinate movement as a swarm. Some models use jet engines for high speed. Others use propeller engines for silent approach. Some carry explosive payloads. Others act as decoys, forcing Russian radars to reveal themselves. In this case, Ukrainian drones approached the target from several angles simultaneously. Russian air defenses did intercept some of them, but they were not prepared for the numbers involved. Once the first wave broke through, the key structures were exposed. Satellite imagery later showed heavy damage to fuel reserves, docks, repair facilities, communications equipment, and control centers. What shocked analysts most was the destruction of several high-value surveillance systems believed to be essential to Russia's Black Sea operations. These included radar units, observation platforms, and modernized electronic systems intended to track Ukrainian naval movements. Losing these assets in one blow created major gaps in Russia's situational awareness. The financial loss, an estimated $600 million, represents only part of the picture. The strategic impact could be far greater. Russia is already struggling to protect its warships in the Black Sea. Several vessels have been sunk or damaged in recent years, and the remaining ones are increasingly forced to operate farther from Ukrainian coastlines. By hitting a major hub in one night, Ukraine has further disrupted Russia's ability to maintain its fleet, refuel vessels, store ammunition, and coordinate patrols. One of the reasons this strike grabbed global attention was its timing. Russia has been trying to rebuild its naval posture after a series of losses. For months, Moscow faced internal criticism from military commentators who complained that Ukraine was able to strike too deep into regions once considered safe. This new attack amplified those concerns, revealing that Russian defenses remain vulnerable despite heavy investment in air defense systems. Even pro-Kremlin channels expressed frustration, asking how such a key facility could be so exposed. Another important factor is morale. Russia often describes its Black Sea hubs as symbols of national pride. They represent history, naval tradition, and geostrategic influence. When Ukraine hits them successfully, it sends a psychological message that no facility is beyond reach. This affects not only soldiers on the ground, but also the Russian public, which continues to grapple with the realities of a prolonged and costly conflict. From Ukraine's perspective, this strike also serves a wider purpose. Kiev has long argued that Russia uses Black Sea bases to launch missile attacks, transport military equipment, coordinate reconnaissance drones, and maintain naval pressure on grain routes. By weakening these hubs, Ukraine hopes to secure the western Black Sea, protect its shipping lanes, and restore some stability to trade routes threatened by Russian military activity. Ukraine has also pushed for more international support to defend maritime corridors, arguing that global food security depends on safe shipping operations. This strike arrives at a time when the technological landscape of warfare is changing rapidly. The use of unmanned systems has transformed the battlefield. Where traditional militaries once relied on aircraft, submarines, and missiles, smaller and cheaper drones are now achieving strategic results. The ability to launch dozens of drones at a fraction of the cost of a traditional missile is reshaping military planning. It challenges Russia's ability to protect its facilities, and it encourages Ukraine to continue developing innovative systems. It also forces the world's major military powers to rethink their defenses. If long-range drones can bypass hardened facilities, no base is entirely safe, whether in Eastern Europe, the Middle East, or Asia. This is one of the reasons NATO countries have been examining Ukrainian drone tactics so closely. Military analysts say that Ukraine has become a laboratory of modern warfare, where new techniques are tested in real-world conditions. From electronic warfare to naval drone swarms, Ukraine is pioneering methods that could influence future global conflicts. The humanitarian angle cannot be ignored either. Every escalation affects civilians who live near military zones. Black Sea communities on both sides have experienced anxiety, disrupted livelihoods, and the constant threat of explosions. Families must adapt to frequent alarms, closed ports, and economic uncertainty. As infrastructure becomes a target, the risk of accidental harm increases, even if militaries claim to strike only legitimate facilities. That is why international humanitarian organizations continue urging both sides to uphold safety principles, avoid civilian, dense areas, and minimize collateral damage. The global reaction to this strike has been mixed. Some countries view it as a legitimate act of self-defense by Ukraine. Others express concern that deep strikes could lead to further escalation. Major powers are watching closely, assessing whether this event signals the beginning of a new phase in the war, one in which critical targets across the Black Sea region become increasingly vulnerable. Diplomats warn that if these strikes continue, peace negotiations may become more complicated, as each side feels pressure to respond in order to maintain credibility. In the long term, the destruction of such a major hub raises questions about Russia's ability to sustain its military presence in the region. Rebuilding these facilities will require time, money, and engineering expertise. Some components destroyed in the attack may not be easily replaced due to sanctions, supply chain issues, and international restrictions. Without access to specialized equipment, Russia may struggle to fully restore the base's previous capabilities. At the same time, Ukraine faces its own challenges. Long-range drone production demands resources, technical skills, and reliable supply chains. Maintaining operations at such a scale requires ongoing support. This is why Ukraine continues pushing for international partnerships, particularly for technologies related to navigation, communications, and satellite guidance. The country aims to ensure that it can maintain momentum and continue defending its territory while pursuing diplomatic solutions. One of the most telling aspects of this strike is the shift in public perception about the war. People increasingly recognize that the conflict is not confined to trenches or front lines. It is multidimensional, involving cyber operations, drone fleets, maritime battles, electronic warfare, and intelligence races. The Black Sea has emerged as one of the most contested regions, not just because of military presence, but because of trade routes, energy infrastructure, and global supply chains. The attack also sends a clear message to other nations observing the conflict. Modern warfare is no longer defined by the biggest ships or the largest tanks. Precision, speed, adaptability, and low-cost innovations are now just as important as traditional firepower. Ukraine's ability to inflict immense damage on a heavily fortified hub, using drones costing a tiny fraction of the target's value, illustrates the new reality. This raises the broader question of how the war might evolve. If Ukraine continues targeting strategic infrastructure deep inside Russian-controlled territories, the Kremlin may feel compelled to reinforce or retaliate in other regions. That could influence diplomatic relations, escalate tensions, or shift battlefield priorities. The international community will likely respond with new sanctions, security assistance, or diplomatic initiatives aimed at preventing further escalation. In terms of regional stability, the Black Sea remains a vital geopolitical theater. Countries like Turkey, Romania, and Bulgaria rely on it for trade, security, and energy transport. Any major escalation threatens to disturb regional cooperation. NATO has increased patrols and monitoring in the area, while global powers have voiced concerns over the security of maritime corridors. Every strike, including this one, sends ripples across international relations. Despite the geopolitical complexity, one fact remains clear. Ukraine's strike demonstrated a level of precision, planning, and technological innovation that few expected. It forced Russia to reassess its defensive posture. It reminded the world that the conflict remains dynamic, and it highlighted the resilience of Ukraine's strategic approach, even under intense pressure. Looking ahead, the impact of this operation will likely be felt for months. Russia may relocate key assets further inland. It may strengthen air defense networks, invest in counter-drone technology, or restructure its naval logistics. Ukraine, meanwhile, will continue refining its tactics, adjusting its technology, and leveraging global partnerships to maintain long-range strike capabilities. No one can predict exactly how the next phase of the war will unfold. But what is certain is that the destruction of a major Black Sea hub will shape future decisions, strategies, and diplomacy. It stands as a reminder that warfare is evolving, technology is reshaping strategy, and no military facility is beyond reach. As we continue monitoring developments, one thing remains constant. The humanitarian dimension should never be forgotten. Behind every strike, every destroyed facility, and every shift in strategy, there are civilians whose lives are affected in ways that rarely make headlines. Their safety, stability, and well-being must remain central to any discussion about the conflict's future. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.